Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I just figured I would come on and do a makeup tutorial for you guys because I picked up a new palette, and that palette is the Morphe Madison Beer Channel Surfing Artistry palette. So it is so pretty. Whoop. I love all of the colors in it. So my thought was today, I have literally not played with this at all, so you'll get my first impressions real time. So I was thinking I would kind of do something using these like mauve purples. So we're gonna go ahead and hop into it. So I already primed my face using the Fenty Beauty Soft Silk Pro Filter. I actually really like this. It goes on really well. And I already have a damp beauty blender, so we're just gonna get right on in with the skin. So I'm using the Becca Ultimate Coverage 24-Hour Foundation today. This is a really good one for me when I am as pale as I am right now. And a little bit of this goes a long way. So I'm going to be blending this in, and then I will come on when that is all blended out. Okay, so now I have that all blended out, and I'm going to go in with my concealer. So I use the Morphe concealer. I really love this stuff. I used to use Shape Tape by Tarte, but I was looking for something that was like a little bit more affordable. And sorry, real life, my child's awake, so he is going to be probably making some sounds, but I'm just going to kind of come in. I am on like the tail end of this, but they did not have my color at Ulta yesterday. Hey, Liam. Sorry. So I'm gonna come in and just blend this out. I like to also bring it up around my lids too. I don't feel like this one creases. I like to set it with a finishing powder, but I just really like it. Dealing with the lovely hormonal breakouts right now, so that's what I'm covering right now. And then I actually just picked this up on the recommendation of somebody else. So this is the Revlon Photoready Candid setting powder. So I'm excited about this. I've heard really great things, and I think it was like $6 at Walmart, so you definitely can't beat that. If I can pop the top off of it. So I'm just gonna tap some into here. Take my big kabuki brush. Supposed to kind of be like a blurring powder. First impression is it's really soft and goes on really like smooth and light. So far so good. So that's not really adding any color or anything, but all right, so next I'm gonna come in with my Broken bronzer, but I used the CoverGirl Chocoholic, which is kind of like a dupe for the Too Faced Chocoholic bronzer. So it's very well loved, but I'm just gonna come in here, get my cheekbones. I really like the tone of this bronzer. I feel like it's not too warm, but it is enough warmth to just give you a good glow. I usually end up adding more too as I finish more of my face. And then for my cheeks, I love the Too Faced Sweetheart blush. So this is like a Try Pink. I use this daily. I have had this for so long, and it looks like I've barely even made a dent. So I love this. And something great to do too is to kind of take your blush, and kind of make like a heart with it around, and it just kind of brightens up everything and brings just a little bit of color to your face and give it like almost like a sun-kissed look. And then I like to take a little bit of it and then just drag it down the bridge of my nose to also give that a little bit of brightness. And then for my highlighter, I use this Wet n Wild Mega Glow, and I love this so much. It has such a great glow. Get my brush out of here. It's just like a loose powder. Tap it in, and I'm gonna hit up here. And then I'm also gonna bring that down the bridge of my nose a little bit. All right, and now we're gonna set up and go into the eyes. So like I said, with this palette, I'm gonna kind of go in and focus mainly on these like mauves and pinks. I also picked up the brushes that are part of this line too, so we will see. I definitely have some brushes that I love. I'm gonna kind of bounce between. But firstly, I'm just gonna go in and I'm gonna go with the, put this thing in here so I can actually see. White Rabbit, which is just this lightest color here. I always just like to give my eye a good base with whatever the lightest color is. So I'm gonna take this, bring it all the way up. All right, and now I'm going to go in with, again, I'm gonna put this on, the color Emotional Bruises, which is this little color right here. I'm gonna try one of the new brushes. And I'm just kind of working on that crease right now. I am just gonna kind of drag it over the lid as well. First thoughts, it has good pigment actually. Do a little bit on there too. So next I'm going to come in with the color that is Fight Club, and that is this color right here. And I'm going to go in with like a bigger, actually I'm going to use, just drop my brush. I'm going to use one of my other brushes for this one because it's a little bit fluffier. And we're just going to come back in, crease more with the darker color. Bring this up a little bit higher here. And just small circles to blend everything out. I like that color a lot. And then I'm actually going to come in with one of these smaller little brushes, and I'm going to go in with a shimmery color. I think I'm going to go with this one right here. Shimmers are also always like, you never know how they're going to go on.
Are you done?
Nobody. I don't know how I'm feeling about this shimmer. It's not very shimmery or pigmented. You can kind of see it there a little bit. I'm gonna go in and actually try this lighter shimmer then, see if I can't get a little bit more shine on the lids. one's a little bit better.
Can I have this?
Nobody.
Why? Why, Mommy? Why? Why? I want to.
So I am liking it with the lighter shimmer on top of it. Sure, buddy. And then I'm going to come in with a darker color. I think I'm going to go in with this one right here. And I'm going to kind of carve out a little bit more of a corner here. I'm going to take that same brush that I did my in-between, kind of soften that up a little bit.
Doesn't look pink at all. It don't make it pink.
And then I'm actually not like a huge liner person, so I'm actually just going to use like an eyeshadow as a little bit of a liner, and I'm going to do it with this kind of color. It's got a little bit of sheen to it, but it's just kind of like a mauve-y kind of a color. And then I'm just going to kind of put it right on. And then I'm going to tap it underneath just a little bit here. And then that same color that I actually used as my highlighter, if I can find it. Yes, I'm going to come in and do underneath of my brow bone. I just think it's the perfect amount of shimmer. Sometimes when I do that, I do like to come back out and put that back up. And now I'm going to do my brows. So I am using a pharmacy brow powder, but this will work with, I love like the Anastasia brow powder too, but really any brow powder will work. I have pretty full brows, so I don't like pencil them out or do anything. I just kind of come in and fill them. I like to tint my brows. I'm actually doing that tomorrow night. And then I'm going to curl my lashes. And I shop from a wellness company that I buy like all of my cleaning products from, some of my makeup and skincare. So this is actually their lash primer and mascara, and I love it so much. So I just kind of do like little zigzag motions to coat my lashes. I'm just gonna let that sit for a couple of seconds. Put a little bit of chapstick on. And this is just, it's called a Volume Extreme Mascara. Okay, before I do a second coat of that, I'm gonna come back in with a little bit more bronzer and kind of bronze myself up now that my eyes are done.
It's a mini cake. It's a Liam cake. Don't want to eat it all. It's a Liam cake. It's a Liam cake. There it goes. Poof, 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 poof.
All right, so eyes are now done, and then I will come back and do lips. Okay, I had every intention of doing lips on camera with you, but Liam ended up having a meltdown. But for my lips, I ended up doing a, this is a total dupe of the Kylie lip kits off of Amazon, and this one is literally called Coco K. I hadn't even realized that until I put it on. It was a little darker than I was anticipating, so I went in with this gloss and put it on top, and I really like the way that it looks. It kind of softened it a little bit. But overall, I'm really happy with how this look turned out today. So again, this is the Morphe Madison Beer palette, and I think the colors are really pigmented. As you saw, I kind of struggled with the glitter, but I do like the lighter one. And just so you guys, it's really bad lighting today just because we've been having storms all day, but just kind of so that you can see, I overall am really happy though. I will have everything linked up for you that I can in my Like to Know It, which I will leave a link down below. And definitely give this video a thumbs up, share, subscribe, and I appreciate you guys.